The unexpected visitor. The desolate landscape of Kepler 452 bits stretched out before Dr. Samantha Chen, a sea of rust-colored rocks and swirling dust devils beneath an alien sky. She stood at the entrance of Outpost Sentinel, humanity's farthest venture into the cosmos, and breathed deeply of the recycled air in her environment suit. After 6 months alone on this distant exoplanet, Sam had grown accustomed to the silence and solitude that came with being the sole caretaker of humanity's most ambitious interstellar project. As Earth's first exoplanet colonization attempt, Outpost Sentinel was a triumph of human perseverance and technological prowess. It was a self-sustaining marvel of engineering, powered by a fusion reactor and equipped with hydroponics bays that provided food and oxygen. Sam's job was to maintain the outpost's systems and conduct research on the planet's potential for future colonization. The quiet of her routine was shattered on a day like any other. Sam was calibrating the outpost's long-range sensors when an alarm blared through the command center. Her heart raced as she rushed to the console, fingers flying over the holographic display. The sensors had detected an object entering the planet's atmosphere at incredible speed. "What the hell?" Sam muttered, zooming in on the trajectory. It wasn't a meteor or space debris. The object's descent was too controlled, too purposeful. As it drew closer, the sensors resolved its shape, sleek, aerodynamic, unmistakably artificial. "A ship," she breathed, scarcely believing her own words. An alien ship. The vessel streaked across the sky, a blazing comet of metal and energy. Sam watched in awe as it made a desperate attempt to slow its descent, thrusters flaring brilliantly against the amber sky. Despite its efforts, the ship impacted the planet's surface with a resounding boom that shook the outpost's foundations. Without hesitation, Sam grabbed her emergency kit and headed for the airlock. Her training kicked in, overriding the fear and excitement coursing through her veins. If there were survivors, they would need help, and fast. She climbed into the outpost's rugged rover, a vehicle designed to traverse the harsh Kepler landscape. As she sped towards the crash site, her mind raced with possibilities. First contact with an alien species, it was the dream of every scientist, the fodder for countless speculations and theories. But now, faced with the reality, Sam felt a mix of exhilaration and trepidation. The crash site came into view, a deep furrow carved into the planet's surface. At its end lay the alien vessel, its hull still glowing from the heat of re-entry. It was unlike anything Sam had ever seen. Organic curves blended seamlessly with geometric precision, the entire ship reminiscent of a giant metallic seashell. As Sam approached, a hatch on the ship's side began to open with a hiss of escaping atmosphere. She held her breath, hand hovering over the stunner at her hip, a precaution she hoped wouldn't be necessary. A figure emerged from the ship, stumbling on the uneven ground. It was tall, easily 7 feet in height, with a slender build that seemed almost fragile. Its skin shimmered with an iridescent quality, shifting colors like oil on water. 4 arms extended from its torso, and its head was dominated by large, multifaceted eyes that reflected the dying sunlight. The alien took a few unsteady steps before collapsing to the ground. Sam's scientific curiosity was instantly overridden by her human compassion. She rushed forward, medical scanner in hand, to assess the alien's condition. "Hey there," she said softly, knowing her words wouldn't be understood, but hoping her tone would convey her intentions. "I'm here to help. Can you understand me?" The alien's eyes focused on her, pupils dilating rapidly. It made a series of clicking and whistling sounds that Sam's translator couldn't decipher, but the universal language of pain was clear. The alien was injured and in distress. Sam's scanner showed readings she could barely interpret. The alien's biology was so fundamentally different from anything she had studied. But some things were clear: elevated heart rate, or what she assumed was a heart, signs of internal bleeding, and dangerously low blood oxygen levels. "Okay, big guy," Sam muttered, reaching for her medkit. "Let's see what we can do for you." As she worked to stabilize the alien, applying emergency first aid as best she could with her limited understanding of its physiology. Sam's mind whirled with questions. Where had this being come from? Why had it crash-landed on Kepler 452 bits? And most pressingly, was it alone? A sound from the ship answered her last question. Another alien emerged, this one moving with more purpose despite visible injuries. It approached Sam and the fallen alien, emitting a series of rapid clicks and whistles. Sam stood slowly, hands raised in a universal gesture of peace. "I'm trying to help," she said, pointing to her medical equipment, and then to the injured alien. The second alien seemed to understand. It nodded, a surprisingly human gesture, and knelt beside its companion. From a pouch on its suit, it produced a device that looked like a high-tech syringe. With practiced movements, it administered whatever was in the syringe to the injured alien. The effect was almost immediate. The fallen alien's color improved, and its breathing became more regular. Sam watched in fascination as the two aliens communicated in their incomprehensible language. Finally, the second alien turned to Sam. It pointed to itself, then to its ship, then made a gesture that mimicked repair work. "You need help fixing your ship?" Sam ventured. The alien nodded again, more emphatically this time. Sam looked at the damaged vessel, her mind already cataloging the visible issues. It was technology far beyond her understanding, but the basics of repair work were universal. Besides, this was an opportunity she couldn't pass up. A chance to study alien technology up close, to learn and grow beyond the boundaries of human knowledge. "All right," she said, nodding back at the alien. "I'll help you. But first, we need to get your friend someplace safe to recover." As she helped the aliens into her rover, Sam couldn't help but feel a sense of wonder. In all the simulations and training scenarios she had run through, nothing had prepared her for this moment. She, Dr. Samantha Chen, was about to become humanity's ambassador to an alien species. The rover sped back towards Outpost Sentinel, carrying its extraordinary passengers. Sam knew that from this moment on, everything would change. The universe had just become a much larger, more complex place, and humanity was about to take its first real step into that vast, star-filled expanse. As the outpost grew larger on the horizon, Sam steeled herself for the challenges ahead. She had no idea what helping these aliens might entail, or what consequences it might have for her and for humanity as a whole. But one thing was certain: she was ready to face whatever came next, armed with human ingenuity, compassion, and an unquenchable thirst for knowledge. The adventure was just beginning, and Sam couldn't wait to see where it would lead. Unraveling mysteries. The airlock of Outpost Sentinel hissed shut behind Dr. Samantha Chen and her two alien visitors. As the air cycled and pressurized, Sam's mind raced with the implications of what was happening. She had just brought extraterrestrial life into humanity's farthest outpost. It was exhilarating and terrifying in equal measure. Once inside, Sam guided the aliens to the outpost's medical bay. The injured one, whom she had mentally dubbed Shimmer due to its iridescent skin, was laid out on an examination table. The other alien, which Sam started calling Clicks because of its rapid-fire communication style, hovered nearby, its multifaceted eyes darting around the room. "Okay," Sam said, more to herself than to her guests. "Let's see what we're dealing with." She activated the outpost's advanced medical scanner, designed to analyze even the most exotic life forms Earth scientists could imagine. As the holographic display filled with data, Sam's eyes widened. The alien's biology was unlike anything she had ever seen. A complex blend of carbon-based organic matter and what appeared to be some form of crystalline structure integrated into their cellular makeup. Clicks made a series of whistling noises, gesturing at the holographic display. Sam shook her head, frustrated by the language barrier. "I'm sorry, I don't understand, but I'm trying to help your friend." As if in response to her words, a small device on Click's wrist lit up. A beam of light projected from it, scanning the room before focusing on Sam. A moment later, A synthesized voice emerged from the device. Gratitude. Help appreciated. Danger approaches. Must repair ship. Sam's heart raced. The alien had a universal translator, and it worked with human language. You can understand me? She asked, excitement building. Affirmative. Translation matrix adapting to local language patterns. That's incredible, Sam breathed. She had so many questions, but she forced herself to focus on the immediate issues. What kind of danger is approaching? And what's wrong with your friend? Click's multifaceted eyes seemed to shimmer with concern. Pursuers. Hostile. Seek to eliminate our kind. Companion injured in escape. Internal crystalline matrix destabilized. Sam's brow furrowed as she processed this information. These aliens were refugees, fleeing from some kind of interstellar conflict. And now, that conflict was headed towards Earth's most distant outpost. How can I help stabilize your friend? Sam asked, pushing aside her growing concern about the approaching threat. Clicks approached the medical scanner, its four arms moving in intricate patterns as it manipulated the holographic display. Requires specific frequency electromagnetic pulse. Recalibrate crystal structure. Sam nodded, her scientific mind already working on the problem. She moved to the outpost's fabrication unit, normally used for creating spare parts and tools. With Click's guidance, she began to modify it to generate the required electromagnetic pulse. As they worked, Sam's curiosity got the better of her. What are your people called? Where are you from? We are crystalline harmonics, Click's replied, its synthesized voice taking on a melodic quality. From Galaxy you designate NGC 4414, pursued by silicon dissonance, seeking to disrupt universal harmony. The names were clearly approximations, filtered through the universal translator, but they painted a vivid picture. Two advanced alien civilizations, locked in a conflict that spanned galaxies. And now, Earth had unwittingly become part of it. Hours passed as Sam and Clicks worked to stabilize Shimmer's condition. The fabrication unit hummed as it generated precisely calibrated electromagnetic pulses. Gradually, the readings on the medical scanner began to stabilize. Shimmer's iridescent skin began to pulse with a soft, rhythmic glow. Crystal matrix reharmonizing, Clicks announced, a note of relief in its synthesized voice. Gratitude, human Samantha. Sam smiled, feeling a sense of accomplishment. You're welcome. And please, call me Sam. As Shimmer's condition improved, Sam's thoughts turned to the damaged ship outside. We should start working on repairing your vessel, she said. Can you tell me more about the technology? I've never seen anything like it. Clicks nodded, a gesture it seemed to have picked up from Sam. Ship is living crystal, grown and shaped, powered by harmonic resonance with universal background radiation. Sam's mind reeled at the implications. A living ship, powered by the very fabric of the universe itself. It was technology so advanced it bordered on magic. That's incredible, she managed to say. But how can I possibly help repair something like that? Human ingenuity, Clicks replied, its multifaceted eyes seeming to twinkle. Observed adaptability, problem-solving skills. Together, find solution. Sam felt a swell of pride at the alien's words. Even across the vast gulf of space and biology, human resourcefulness was recognized and valued. All right then, she said, squaring her shoulders. Let's get to work. They made their way back outside, Sam once again donning her environment suit. The alien ship lay where it had crashed, its crystalline surface pulsing weakly in the fading light of Kepler 452 bits' sun. As they approached, Sam's suit sensors began to pick up strange readings. The area around the ship was warped somehow, space itself seeming to bend and flex. What's happening? She asked, a note of alarm in her voice. Ship trying to heal, Clicks explained. But damage severe, crystal lattice fragmented, harmonic resonance disrupted. Sam circled the ship, her scientific mind racing to understand what she was seeing. The damage was extensive, but not beyond repair. if she could figure out how to work with this extraordinary material. Okay, she said, thinking out loud. If it's a living crystal, maybe we can encourage it to regrow. Like grafting a plant or setting a broken bone. Clicks made a sound that the translator rendered as approval. Yes. Require harmonic stabilization. Then regrowth possible. For the next several hours, Sam and Clicks worked tirelessly on the ship. Sam used the outpost's equipment in ways its designers had never imagined, jury-rigging devices to generate specific sound frequencies and electromagnetic fields. Clicks guided her, explaining the principles of their technology as best it could through the universal translator. As they worked, Sam learned more about the crystalline harmonics and their conflict with the silicon dissonance. It was a war of ideologies as much as resources, two fundamentally different approaches to life and technology, clashing across the stars. "Why did you come here?" Sam asked, as she carefully aligned a makeshift harmonic resonator. "To Kepler 452 bits, I mean." Clicks was silent for a moment, its crystalline body shimmering in the planet's twilight. "Sought sanctuary. Your world, unique. Harmonics detected from great distance. Hoped to find allies." Sam's hand stilled as the implications sank in. Earth, or at least this far-flung colony, had been deliberately chosen by an advanced alien civilization as a potential ally. The responsibility of that realization weighed heavily on her. Their work was interrupted by a sudden, shrill alarm from the outpost. Sam's blood ran cold as she recognized the sound. It was the long-range threat detection system. "They found us," Clicks said, its synthesized voice tinged with what could only be described as fear. "Silicon dissonance approaches." Sam's mind raced. The ship was only partially repaired. Shimmer was still recovering. And now, a hostile alien force was bearing down on them. She looked at Clicks, seeing her own determination reflected in its multifaceted eyes. "We're not done yet," she said firmly. "Tell me everything you know about these silicon dissonance. We're going to find a way to stop them." As Clicks began to share tactical information, Sam's mind was already formulating plans. She might be just one human, alone on a distant world, but she was humanity's representative in this cosmic conflict. And she was determined to show these aliens, both friend and foe, exactly what humans were capable of when pushed to their limits. The silicon dissonance was coming, but they were about to learn that humanity was not a species to be trifled with. The real battle was just beginning, and Sam was ready to face it head-on, armed with human ingenuity, alien technology, and an unbreakable spirit. As the alien ship loomed ever closer on the outpost's sensors, Sam steeled herself for the challenge ahead. It was time to show the galaxy what humanity could do. Race against time. The red warning lights of Outpost Sentinel cast an eerie glow across Dr. Samantha Chen's face as she raced back to the command center, Clicks close behind. The approaching silicon dissonance ship loomed large on the holographic display, a sinister shape that seemed to absorb rather than reflect light. "How much time do we have?" Sam asked, her fingers flying over the control panels as she brought the outpost's defensive systems online. Clicks interfaced with the system, its crystalline appendages merging seamlessly with the human technology. "Estimate 47 of your minutes before they enter weapons range." Sam nodded grimly. Less than an hour to prepare for an encounter with an advanced hostile alien force. "Tell me everything you can about their capabilities," she said, her mind already formulating strategies. As Clicks began to detail the silicon dissonance's technology, Sam's respect for the crystalline harmonics grew. The two alien civilizations were evenly matched, each with capabilities that seemed like magic to human understanding. The silicon dissonance used quantum entanglement for instantaneous communication and weaponry that could destabilize matter at a subatomic level. But they had one critical weakness. Their reliance on rigid, silicon-based computing made them vulnerable to certain types of electromagnetic interference. "That's it," Sam exclaimed, a plan forming in her mind. "We can use the outpost's fusion reactor to generate an electromagnetic pulse. If we can tune it to the right frequency, we might be able to disrupt their systems. Click's body shimmered with what Sam had come to recognize as excitement. Yes, combined with harmonic resonance from our ship, create disruptive interference pattern. They worked feverishly, Sam's human intuition and problem-solving skills, meshing perfectly with Click's advanced knowledge. They repurposed the outpost's communication array, turning it into an impromptu weapon. Sam's fingers flew over the keyboard, writing code on the fly to control the new system. As they worked, Shimmer emerged from the medical bay, still weak but determined to help. The two aliens began to sing. There was no other word for it, their crystalline bodies resonating with a haunting, beautiful melody that seemed to make the very air vibrate. "What are they doing?" Sam asked, momentarily distracted by the alien music. "Harmonic attunement," Clicks explained. "Aligning crystal matrices. Amplify defensive capabilities." Sam shook her head in wonder. Just when she thought she was beginning to understand her alien visitors, they revealed new depths of complexity and beauty. The warning klaxon blared again. The silicon dissonance ship had entered the outer reaches of the Kepler 452-bit system. Time was running out. "We need more power," Sam muttered, looking at the energy readouts. The electromagnetic pulse generator was drawing heavily on the outpost's resources. "Wait, the ship. Can we tap into your ship's power source?" Clicks paused for a moment, its multifaceted eyes flickering. Risky. Ship still damaged, but possible. They rushed back outside, Sam once again in her environment suit. The alien ship pulsed with renewed energy, responding to its crew's harmonic attunement. Sam marveled at the sight. The once damaged crystal was slowly reforming, jagged edges smoothing out as if time was running in reverse. Working together, they created a connection between the ship and the outpost's systems. As the link was established, Sam felt a surge of energy unlike anything she had ever experienced. It was as if she could feel the very vibrations of the universe flowing through the machinery. Back in the command center, the holographic display showed the silicon dissonance ship entering weapons range. "This is it," Sam said, her hand hovering over the activation switch. "Ready?" Clicks and Shimmer positioned themselves on either side of her, their crystalline bodies humming with energy. "Ready," Clicks confirmed. Sam took a deep breath and flipped the switch. The effect was immediate and spectacular. A wave of energy burst forth from the outpost, rippling across space. It collided with the silicon dissonance ship in a dazzling display of light and color. For a moment, nothing seemed to happen. Then the enemy ship began to list, its sleek form now marred by flickering distortions. "It's working," Sam exclaimed, watching as the ship's energy readings fluctuated wildly. Their systems are destabilizing, but their victory was short-lived. The silicon dissonance ship, though crippled, managed to fire off a single shot. A beam of coherent energy lanced out, striking the ground near the outpost. The entire structure shook with the impact. Alarms blared as systems overloaded and shut down. Sam fought to keep her balance, frantically working to reroute power and maintain their defenses. "We can't take another hit like that," she said through gritted teeth. Clicks and Shimmer exchanged a look, their crystalline bodies pulsing in unison. "We have solution," Clicks said. "But dangerous. Require your assistance." Sam nodded without hesitation. "Whatever it takes. What do you need me to do?" The aliens explained their plan quickly. By combining their harmonic abilities with the outpost's technology and Sam's unique human brainwave patterns, they could create a quantum entanglement field. This field would momentarily link the silicon dissonance ship with the fabric of space-time around a nearby black hole. The gravitational forces will tear their ship apart, Sam realized, both awed and terrified by the implications. "Correct," Clicks confirmed, "but process unstable. Risk to all involved." Sam looked at the holographic display. The enemy ship was already beginning to recover from the initial attack. They were out of time and options. "Let's do it," she said firmly. The next few minutes were a blur of activity. Sam connected herself to the outpost systems, neural interfaces linking her mind directly with the computers. Clicks and shimmer positioned themselves around her, their crystalline bodies vibrating with increasing intensity. As the silicon dissonance ship prepared to fire again, Sam felt a rush of energy unlike anything she had ever experienced. Her mind expanded, consciousness stretching out across the vast distances of space. She could feel the quantum entanglement taking hold, could sense the immense gravitational pull of the black hole. With a final surge of will, Sam completed the connection. The results were both beautiful and terrifying. The space around the silicon dissonance ship twisted and warped, reality itself seeming to fold in on itself. For a brief moment, Sam could see the ship silhouetted against the accretion disk of the black hole, a tiny mote of dust against the cosmic maelstrom. Then, in a flash of light and a silent scream of tearing metal, the ship was gone. The backlash of energy sent Sam reeling, her neural connection overloading with sensory input. She felt herself falling, her mind overwhelmed by the vastness of what she had just experienced. As consciousness faded, she heard Click's voice, distant but filled with awe. Remarkable. Humans, full of surprises. Sam smiled faintly as darkness took her. They had done it. Against all odds, a lone human and 2 alien refugees had stood against an advanced hostile force, and won. Her last thought before unconsciousness claimed her was a simple one. Humanity had taken its first steps onto the galactic stage, and they had made quite an entrance. The universe would never be the same. The battle for Earth's future. Dr. Samantha Chen awoke to the soft hum of medical equipment and the concerned faces of Clicks and Shimmer hovering over her. Her head throbbed with the lingering echoes of the quantum entanglement, her mind still reeling from the vastness it had touched. "Welcome back, Sam," Click said, its synthesized voice tinged with relief. "You were unconscious for 37 of your hours." Sam sat up slowly, wincing at the movement. "The silicon dissonance ship." "Destroyed," Shimmer answered, speaking through the translator for the first time. Its voice was melodic, even through the artificial rendering. "Your actions staved us all." As Sam's mind cleared, the full implications of what they had done began to sink in. They had not only defeated an advanced alien threat, but had done so using a combination of human ingenuity and alien technology that was unprecedented in the galaxy. "We need to contact Earth," Sam said, swinging her legs off the medical bed. "They need to know what's happened here. The silicon dissonance might send more ships." Clicks and Shimmer exchanged a look that Sam had come to recognize as their form of silent communication. "There is complication," Clicks said hesitantly. Sam felt a chill run down her spine. "What kind of complication?" Shimmer stepped forward, its crystalline body shimmering with what seemed to be anxiety. "The quantum entanglement event. It had unexpected consequences. It has drawn attention. Many eyes now look towards your world." Sam's mind raced with the implications. Their desperate defense had acted like a beacon, announcing humanity's presence and potential to the wider galaxy. "Are we in danger?" she asked, already moving towards the command center. "Not immediate," Clicks assured her. "But situation complex. Many factions in galaxy now interested in humanity. Some curious, some fearful, some opportunistic." As they reached the command center, Sam gasped at the sight on the main view screen. The space around Kepler 452 bits was filled with ships, dozens of them, of varying sizes and designs. It was like nothing she had ever seen, not even in the most fantastical science fiction. "They arrived soon after the event," Shimmer explained. "Representatives from many galactic civilizations, all requesting contact." Sam's mind whirled with the enormity of the situation. In the span of a few days, she had gone from being the solitary outpost technician to humanity's de facto ambassador to the galaxy. The fate of Earth could hinge on her next actions. "Okay," she said, taking a deep breath to steady herself. "Let's do this. Open a channel to all ships." As Clix interfaced with the communication system, Sam straightened her posture and cleared her throat. This was arguably the most important moment in human history, and she was determined to rise to the occasion. This is Dr. Samantha Chen of Earth, speaking from Outpost Sentinel on Kepler 452 bits. She began, her voice strong despite her nervousness. On behalf of humanity, I greet you all and welcome you to our system. The response was immediate and overwhelming. The view screen filled with a cacophony of alien faces and forms, each speaking in their own language. The universal translator struggled to keep up, its synthesized voice overlapping as it tried to convey all the messages. Request alliance, technology exchange, threat assessment, cultural exchange. Sam held up her hands, calling for quiet. To her surprise, the aliens complied, the chatter dying down. I appreciate your interest in Earth and humanity, she continued. But I must stress that we are a young species in galactic terms. We come in peace and with an open mind, eager to learn and share. However, we will also defend ourselves if threatened. She paused, letting her words sink in. I propose a diplomatic conference here at Outpost Sentinel. We can discuss peaceful relations, cultural exchange, and mutual defense against threats like the silicon dissonance. But any decisions regarding Earth must be ratified by our world government. The aliens conferred among themselves, their ships moving in complex patterns that seemed to mirror their discussions. Finally, a single figure moved to the forefront of the view screen. It was a being of pure energy, its form constantly shifting and flowing. We accept your proposal, Dr. Samantha Chen of Earth, the being said, its voice resonating with power even through the translator. You have shown great wisdom and courage. The Galactic Council recognizes humanity's potential and welcomes you to the interstellar community. Over the next several days, Outpost Sentinel became the center of a whirlwind of diplomatic activity. Sam, with Clix and Shimmer by her side, negotiated tirelessly with representatives from dozens of alien civilizations. She learned of ancient alliances and age-old conflicts, of technological marvels and philosophical differences that spanned the cosmos. Throughout it all, Sam was struck by how much these diverse beings respected and valued humanity's perspective. Our adaptability, our creativity, our ability to think outside conventional boundaries. These were traits that many older, more established civilizations found fascinating and valuable. As the conference neared its end, Sam stood before the assembled aliens, ready to present the agreements they had reached. The fate of Earth and humanity's place in the galaxy hung in the balance. As Sam's mind cleared, the full implications of what they had done began to sink in. They had not only defeated an advanced alien threat, but had done so using a combination of human ingenuity and alien technology that was unprecedented in the galaxy. We need to contact Earth, Sam said, swinging her legs off the medical bed. They need to know what's happened here. The silicon dissonance might send more ships. Clix and Shimmer exchanged a look that Sam had come to recognize as their form of silent communication. There is complication, Clix said hesitantly. Sam felt a chill run down her spine. What kind of complication? Shimmer stepped forward, its crystalline body shimmering with what seemed to be anxiety. The quantum entanglement event. It had unexpected consequences. It has drawn attention. Many eyes now look towards your world. Sam's mind raced with the implications. Their desperate defense had acted like a beacon, announcing humanity's presence and potential to the wider galaxy. Are we in danger? She asked, already moving towards the command center. Not immediate, Clix assured her, but situation complex. Many factions in galaxy now interested in humanity. Some curious, some fearful, some opportunistic. As they reached the command center, Sam gasped at the sight on the main view screen. The space around Kepler 452 bits was filled with ships, dozens of them, of varying sizes and designs. It was like nothing she had ever seen, not even in the most fantastical science fiction. They arrived soon after the event, Shimmer explained. Representatives from many galactic civilizations, all requesting contact. Sam's mind whirled with the enormity of the situation. In the span of a few days, she had gone from being the solitary outpost technician to humanity's de facto ambassador to the galaxy. The fate of Earth could hinge on her next actions. "Okay," she said, taking a deep breath to steady herself. "Let's do this. Open a channel to all ships." As clicks interfaced with the communication system, Sam straightened her posture and cleared her throat. This was arguably the most important moment in human history, and she was determined to rise to the occasion. "This is Dr. Samantha Chen of Earth, speaking from Outpost Sentinel on Kepler 452 bits," she began, her voice strong despite her nervousness. "On behalf of humanity, I greet you all and welcome you to our system." The response was immediate and overwhelming. The view screen filled with a cacophony of alien faces and forms, each speaking in their own language. The universal translator struggled to keep up, its synthesized voice overlapping as it tried to convey all the messages. Request alliance, technology exchange, threat assessment, cultural exchange. Sam held up her hands, calling for quiet. To her surprise, the aliens complied, the chatter dying down. "I appreciate your interest in Earth and humanity," she continued. "But I must stress that we are a young species in galactic terms. We come in peace and with an open mind, eager to learn and share. However, we will also defend ourselves if threatened." She paused, letting her words sink in. "I propose a diplomatic conference here at Outpost Sentinel. We can discuss peaceful relations, cultural exchange, and mutual defense against threats like the silicon dissonance. But any decisions regarding Earth must be ratified by our world government." The aliens conferred among themselves, their ships moving in complex patterns that seemed to mirror their discussions. Finally, a single figure moved to the forefront of the view screen. It was a being of pure energy, its form constantly shifting and flowing. "We accept your proposal, Dr. Samantha Chen of Earth," the being said, its voice resonating with power even through the translator. "You have shown great wisdom and courage. The Galactic Council recognizes humanity's potential and welcomes you to the interstellar community." Over the next several days, Outpost Sentinel became the center of a whirlwind of diplomatic activity. Sam, with Clicks and Shimmer by her side, negotiated tirelessly with representatives from dozens of alien civilizations. She learned of ancient alliances and age-old conflicts, of technological marvels, and philosophical differences that spanned the cosmos. Throughout it all, Sam was struck by how much these diverse beings respected and valued humanity's perspective. Our adaptability, our creativity, our ability to think outside conventional boundaries. These were traits that many older, more established civilizations found fascinating and valuable. As the conference neared its end, Sam stood before the assembled aliens, ready to present the agreements they had reached. The fate of Earth and humanity's place in the galaxy hung in the balance. But it wasn't just in space that humanity was flourishing. On Earth, the influx of advanced technology and new ideas had sparked a renaissance in art, culture, and philosophy. The concept of a united human species, part of a larger galactic community, had done more to erase old national and ethnic divides than centuries of effort. Of course, not everything had been smooth sailing. The discovery of alien life and humanity's sudden advancement had caused significant social upheaval. Religious institutions grappled with the implications of extraterrestrial intelligence. Economic systems had to be overhauled to account for post-scarcity technologies, and there were still threats to face. The silicon dissonance, though weakened, remained a danger. Other, less friendly alien factions watched humanity's rise with wary eyes. But Earth was no longer alone in facing these challenges. A flash of light from the docking bay drew Sam's attention. The latest arrival, a ship of Arcturian design, had completed its docking procedure. From its sleek hull emerged a delegation of beings that looked like living constellations, their bodies formed of interconnected points of light. The Arcturian Science Consortium, Shimmer noted, its crystalline form vibrating with excitement. They're here for the Galactic University inauguration, yes. Sam nodded, feeling a surge of pride. The Galactic University of Earth, set to open its doors in just a week, was perhaps the greatest symbol of humanity's new role in the cosmos. It would be a place where beings from across the galaxy could come to study, share knowledge, and work together on the greatest scientific challenges of the age. And Sam, to her continued amazement, had been chosen as its first dean. As she watched the Arcturian delegation make their way towards the reception area, Sam felt a tap on her shoulder. She turned to see a young ensign, barely out of the academy, looking at her with awe. "Dr. Chen," the ensign said, her voice trembling slightly with excitement, "I just wanted to say, thank you for everything you've done for humanity. You're the reason I joined the Stellar Corps. I hope that one day I can make a difference like you did." Sam felt a lump form in her throat. She placed a hand on the young woman's shoulder. "Thank you, Ensign. But remember, what we achieved wasn't the work of one person. It was the result of humanity coming together, embracing our potential, and daring to dream of a better future. And that future, it belongs to your generation. Make us proud." The ensign nodded, her eyes shining with determination, before hurrying off to her duties. Sam watched her go, feeling a mixture of pride and hope for the future. A soft chime from her communicator broke the moment. It was a reminder of her next appointment, a planning session for the upcoming Galactic Council Summit, which Earth would be hosting for the first time. As Sam made her way through the bustling corridors of Harmony Station, she felt a profound sense of gratitude and purpose. The journey that had begun with a crashed alien ship on a distant world had led humanity to this moment, standing on the threshold of a new age of exploration, discovery, and cooperation. The stars, once distant and unreachable, now beckoned with infinite possibilities, and humanity, united and inspired, was ready to answer that call. Whatever challenges the future might hold, Sam knew one thing for certain: the human spirit, combined with the wisdom and friendship of their new galactic allies, was more than equal to the task. As she stepped into the conference room, greeted by faces both human and alien, all working together towards a common goal, Sam smiled. The next chapter of humanity's great adventure was about to begin. And oh, what a story it would be.